Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice Radio. So today, we are looking at a rather exciting new card. We have a new Prism Star Pokemon. It's Arceus, and I like Arceus. We had a whole bunch of Arceus in the Arceus set where he made his debut. And then nothing. And all we've really had since then is the odd kind of weird little promo here or there. But now we're getting an Arceus Prism Star, and I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. It's another one of these cards, and we've got a lot of them lately, that's kind of awkward to use. But when you can use it, it's phenomenal. Now, as always, we do need to remember, it's a Prism Star Pokemon, which means you can only have one Arceus Prism Star in your deck, although you can have as many different Prism Stars as you like. And if it gets discarded, it will go straight to the Lost Zone, so you can't use a rescue stretcher to grab it back. Once it's gone for the game. Now, shout out to PokeBeach.com. They are the only place at the moment that have this image and translation up. So let's have a gander. Firstly, it's a colourless Pokemon, which means you're hitting nothing for weakness. Little bit sad, although it does mean it can be played in any deck, so you know, swings and roundabouts. Fighting weakness is annoying because Buzzwole is everywhere at the moment, as is Lycanroc, but the good news is you've got 160 HP. Now, to be fair, the picture doesn't show how much HP this Arceus has. But given that Solgaleo Prism Star had 160, Lunala Prism Star had 160, Darkrai Prism Star had 160, Giratina Prism Star had 160, and they're the only Prism Star Pokemon that we've had revealed so far, I think it's fairly safe to assume you're going to have 160 HP. Now that's actually really big, because now a Buzzwole with a strong energy, fighting Fury Bout, and a Regirock on the bench will be doing 70 damage, doubled for weakness will be 140, and not get a KO. Being a basic Pokemon means it can be searched with Bridget, and I did do a video about how broken Bridget is now, but now we got like 5 different basic Prism Star Pokemon. You can grab 3 of them out in one go using Bridget. That's a little bit broken at this stage. And a retreat cost of 1 is quite nice because the attack costs 1 energy. So the ability here is pretty good. It just says, prevent all effects of attacks done to this Pokemon, except for damage. So your opponent can damage Arceus, but they can't do anything else. Let's say, for argument's sake, a Froakie comes up. Well, that Froakie cannot use Bubble to paralyze you, because paralysis is an effect of an attack. But it goes deeper than just special conditions. So something that sees quite a lot of players a one-off in certain decks. Tapu Fini GX. Tapu Storm GX, 1 water energy, shuffle your opponent's active Pokemon, add all cards attached to it into their deck. Well, they couldn't do that. The rule is very simple. If it's just damage, it works. Everything else fails as long as it's directed at the Pokemon and not the player. It really is very funky indeed. It's a great ability. It's not really an ability for which you would play the Pokemon. You wouldn't go, oh my god, I'm definitely playing, unless a particular Pokemon got really big that did stuff like this. So let's say in the expanded format, this would be a really cool counter against Excelgor, because you wouldn't take the poison or the paralysis. But generally speaking, you don't play this for the ability. But it's still a really cool ability, and it's really nice to have. And the great thing about an ability like this is that we don't know how good this ability is going to be in the future. It's one of those abilities that could get better and better and better and better and better. We could continually see new Pokemon coming out that would be super annoying were it not for this ability. Although I do need to give a quick shout out here to Alolan Muck, turns off abilities of basic Pokemon, so even though Garbodor is going to be rotated at the end of this season, not confirmed, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, it's going to happen, you're still going to have Alolan Muck, which could be used to turn off this ability. But it's not really the ability that we're playing this for. No, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing this for the rather spiffingly good attack. And what's really cool, if we look at the other Prism Star Pokemon, all of their attacks are for 4 energy. They're all really expensive. And they're all for 4 coloured energy, so they're really quite annoying to use. This is kind of the opposite. Not only is it for 1 colourless energy, but it actually helps you get energy rather than being a really good attack to use once you've gotten energy. It says search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like. Giant caveat, you can only use this if you have a water Pokemon, a lightning Pokemon, and a grass Pokemon on your bench. This is kind of awesome, and should remind older players like myself of the colourless Arceus from that aforementioned set, which allowed you to search your deck for 6 basic energy cards and attach it, 1 each, to your Pokemon in play, as long as you had 6 different Arceus types in play. Well, this is a very similar thing, and I love that this new Arceus is kind of shouting back to the old Arceus. That's kind of cool. Now, we'll ignore the whole caveat thing for the moment. Let's just start off looking at the attack and the effect of the attack. It is absolutely phenomenal. You are searching your deck for 3 energy cards and attaching them to your Pokemon in any way that you like. Xerneas searched your deck for 2 energy cards, and it was 1 each to 2 benched Pokemon, so you got 1 fewer energy. And you could only attach 1 each to the bench rather than, 2 to 1 bench, 3 to 1 bench to the active, etc. It's very, very different and much, much better. Thing is, Xerneas saw a large amount of play. Why would this not? I'll give you another example. The Mew from Shining Legends has an attack that looks phenomenal, but is actually kind of super annoying. Because you see, Mew allows you to search for any 2 energy, including special energy, let's say counter energy, and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like, but Mew has 30 HP. So you're giving up a prize to use Mew, and that is the only reason, as far as I'm concerned, Mew has not seen a huge amount of play. Well, here you've got, we're assuming, 160 HP, and that's absolutely brilliant. Like I've said, Buzzwole's going to struggle to one-hit KO you. Zoroark will do 120, that's not getting a one-hit KO. Golisopod, 120, that's not getting a one-hit KO. You could probably get this attack working twice before you get KO'd, and you're giving up a prize to get 6 energy from your deck attached to your Pokemon. I'm fine with that. If we look at something like Solgaleo GX, the GX attack allows you to take 5 energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like. But that is on a stage 2, and it's your once per game GX attack. This is absolutely brilliant, and I cannot stress this enough, single energy, basic Pokemon. This really is a Pokemon that can use this quite easily once you've got a water, lightning and grass Pokemon on your bench. And as far as I'm concerned, Arceus really splits up into 2 camps. If you can, without ruining your deck, play a water, lightning and grass Pokemon onto your bench, you are going to love Arceus and it's an amazing starter. But if you can't, then there's no point playing it. The good news is we've got some pretty good tech options. Now, when it comes to grass, there isn't all that much. Maybe the Shaman from Shining Legends with counter energy. But certainly when you look at water at the moment, you've got Octillery. And of course, that evolves from Remoraid, and you can use Brooklet Hill, so there's a reason to have a water Pokemon on the bench. And with Lightning, well, we've got the promo Tapu Koko that an awful lot of decks were, and quite a few still are, playing as a one-off anyway. So there's reasons to use it. But there are some decks that really use this better than others. So if we look at something like Golisopod, well, Golisopod generally tends to play Tapu Koko, but they don't tend to play Octillery. And even if they do, you're talking single energy attachments and then using double colourless energy to kind of fill the gaps. This isn't really a deck where you would imagine using this. But maybe something like Octillery Decidueye Tapu Koko. Well, now you've got Decidueye, which does play Octillery and does play Tapu Koko. But then again, do they really need the energy? There is one deck that I really do think is absolutely phenomenal with this card, and that's Taboo Bulu. Taboo Bulu's a grass Pokemon. A lot of them play Octillery, which is a water. To be fair, some play Oranguru instead, but just switch it out for an Octillery. It's 1 extra card, and then you you get to use Arceus, which is amazing. Then, well, your lightning is Vikavolt. And the great thing here is, Taboo Bulu decks lose if you don't get Vikavolt out. Well, here you've got the early game before you've got Vikavolt, and then you can always use this in the mid to late game if you lose your Vikavolt. I absolutely love it. Let's say you get to use this twice. Well, then you've got 3 Taboo Bulus, each of which has 2 energy, and you just need 1 more energy to get them rolling. That's pretty cool. Although in this particular setup, bench space would be an issue because 3 Taboo Bulu plus a Vikavolt plus an Octillery plus an Arceus, that is your 6. The thing is, if you're not playing a grass, lightning or water deck, then you need to tech in a grass and a lightning and a water and Arceus and then a 5th Pokemon that you actually want to put the energy on. And I don't think you're going to get all 5 of those Pokemon out on turn 1. But if you're already playing a grass deck and you don't mind playing Octillery and Tapu Koko, who are great, this is amazing. In a Taboo Bulu deck, this is amazing. It's just not something for every deck. We've seen a bunch of cards like this lately. I am going to give this 4 Wassies. And here's the thing. In the right deck, this is a great card, and 4 Wassies honestly could be a little bit low. This is amazing energy acceleration. But if it's not the right deck, there is absolutely no point whatsoever playing this. It's rubbish. But I'm still giving it 4 Wassies because I think that's about fair. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, stick it down in the comments. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. Go nuts! Be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassie, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus pods and so on, you can do so by going to patreon.com/PTCGRadio. And don't forget to check out my video game channel, Wassie Plays, which I'm trying to grow. I need your help. I hope I can count on you. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.